Alrighty. So now we're going to do the layout for our mirror frame. Now when you do this, you will use pencil. Now I know that you're only going to see my hands and what we're doing while laying out the joinery in this, but I am not worried about you seeing my wonderful flow of chocolatey brown hair. I just want you to be able to see what is taking place when we lay out our joints and drawing our parallel lines. So the first thing that you want to do is lay it out, and if you notice I have my stiles and my top rail and my bottom rail. I'm going to go and I'm going to get a quick grip clamp, and I am going to put it together, and I am going to make sure that everything is flush and even on my ends. Now that I have that, I'm going to snug it up, and then I am going to get my handy dandy trusty little combination square, and for demonstration purposes only I am going to use this pen. Always use pencil. Please don't use pen because it's going to create extra sanding for me, but one of you guys that show up late will be the lucky one that does the sanding. So the first thing that you want to do when you reach this point is you are going to number everything. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. That's the first thing you want to do. Remember, pencil, don't use pen. The next thing is I have to lay out my top rail. And we're doing this in a certain way, so make sure that you're watching how I do this. When I do the top rail, I am going to lay my handy dandy trusty little combination square on my material so I have equal amounts of wood on each side. And then I am going to draw a line and draw a line. Okay, so I have two parallel lines, and I do that on my top rail, making sure I have equal amounts of wood, proportional on each side. Draw my lines. Remember, two parallel lines. We always do 2 dowel holes so that the wood will not twist on us. Now, I will flip it around so that maybe you can see this better. And what I want you to notice now is when I do the bottom rail, I am going to take my handy dandy trusty little combination square. It is going to be flush and even with the bottom edge and end. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to scoot it up here so that I am flush and even with the inside edge of my bottom rail, and I am going to draw a line. Still 2 parallel lines, and then I will do the same thing over here, laying it so that it's flush and even. Draw a line, scoot it over to here, and draw a line. Still having my parallel lines. One of the things that I want you to pay attention to as well when you're doing this is when you lay it out and you number it and you're getting ready to do all of this, make sure that not only is this even, but if you have a burn mark, that you place it on the outside when you put it together. If the burn mark is on the inside, then that is going to create you hand sanding it, block sanding it, and taking care of it that way. If my burn mark is on my outside edge, I can go over to the edge sander. So now what I would do next is put my combination square away. After I am done doing that, take my quick grip, put it away, and now I am ready to take my parts of my frame over to the horizontal boring machine, and that is the drill press that drills horizontally. And I am going to go over, and every single line that I drew is now going to get a hole. It is already all preset. We line up our pencil lines with the line on the boring machine, and the depth is already set at 1 1/4 inch. So you just need to take your time, and you're going to drill those 16 holes. So we'll see you over there. So now we have made it to the horizontal boring machine, and now on this machine, remember, you're going to line up your line with the line on the machine. You're going to set both of them up so that they're in perfect alignment. You will then set your block on top, and then you will put your foot in the foot pedal and you will drill the holes. Remember to not allow your hand to go underneath there. Once you have put the block on, move your hands out of the way, then put your foot on the foot pedal, and then you can drill your holes. So now that we are ready to drill our holes, I have everything in alignment. Remember, the on-off switch is right over here, gray box on the left-hand side. You can turn it on and leave it on during the whole operation of all 16 holes. Line up your pencil lines, put your block on top, get your hands out of the way from anywhere near this clamp, put your foot in the foot pedal, and the machine will come forward and drill the hole. After you have done that, remove the block, pull the wood out, make sure that you blow it out after each hole, go through, line it up with the next one. Set everything up, put that back underneath, hands out of the way. And continue this process until all of your stiles, where every single line is, and all of your rails, where all the lines are, have holes. You should drill 16 holes. Make sure that there is a hole in each spot, and when you have done that, you have completed your horizontal boring machine operation.